girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their
Buenos dias. Good morning. I think I fixed the audio. Yeah. I think I figured it out. Little testing here and there, you know. We'll get it. Good morning, good morning. I think the gain was a little high on the mic. Morning, guys. Welcome back. Chef. 23 months. Damn, 2 years, Chef, huh? From zero trading strategy to be consistent income for me and building long-term wealth. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's what it's all about, Chef. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a supporter. Thanks for coming along for the ride, brother. Very appreciated. PHX, if you join the Discord, you go on your WAP hub, and all you do is you connect to your account, man. It's all in WAP. You're gonna press on where it says Premium Member. It's gonna ask you to connect your Discord account, and that is it. Very easy. I was out in Naples in June. What a place! Yeah, Naples is awesome, man. Naples is awesome. I love Naples. It's you can't beat it. You really can't. Once you get here, you realize. Once you get here to Naples, Florida, you realize you can't beat it. There ain't nowhere like it. Margin, Ponzi, Pat, Jacob, DP, Sun, Gulf, Larry, Britt, Robert, CJ, Bruce, Tyen. I remember trying to pronounce this name before. David, Mark the Shark, Kavi. Morning, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for the merch. Love the shirt. Awesome. Yeah, the shirts are great. Look at two messages below you, Bar, is Marvin. You see that Marvin name right below you in the chat? That's who made them. Shout out Marvin. Shout out Marvin. Vamos, way. Ricky. No mames. Love it. I love it. I love it. Morning, everyone. Welcome back. Marvin with the arrows. There's still a few t-shirts, but they're going pretty quickly. I gotta send some out today, and I don't know. I think a couple of the sizes might be sold out, but yeah, maybe we'll keep getting those going. I want to keep making those. Am I Cuban? No, I'm Italian. Well, I'm American, but my grandparents were born in Italy, and my parents speak Italian, and they never taught me. So, scared of flooding in Naples? I mean, if you live by the water, sure, but you're not gonna. I mean, unless you're absolutely loaded, you're not living by the water in Naples. So, inland where I live is not. There's no flooding over here. Carlos, thanks for supporting the stream. Zen, appreciate that $5 donation. Thank you, my friend. Trust the Level shirt. Yeah, those are gone. Maybe we'll redo them at some point, but that's how the merch goes, you know? You make one design. Once it's gone, it's gone. All right. Welcome back. It's Friday, man. We've had a killer week. Absolutely killer week. Yesterday, killer day. Amazon, what an awesome trade on that one. AKA the closer. Appreciate that, man. Awesome day yesterday. Amazon, a little bit of AMD, that QQQ long off 19.4. Have all those trades recorded live, and they are all in the day in the life video. So get excited for that, man. Day in the life video coming soon. I might post that maybe next week. Maybe next week. I don't think I want to post it today. Maybe I will. I don't know. Also in the day in the life video is the year-to-date P&L. So year-to-date P&L there. And that's going to be it's going to be a good video. So make sure to check that one out. The GT3, you can see it in the video, but there's no driving of it, unfortunately. Maybe next time. All right, let's get started. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's do it. Let's close this week strong. You know, if you guys have had a good week, the goal of today, don't mess it up, man. Don't mess it up. That's the goal. That's the goal for me, too. All right, I've had a killer week. I'm not planning to mess that up on this beautiful Friday. That is not my game plan. So, right here, guys, economic data. Not much. Not much right now. I mean, there's some. Building permits, housing starts, 8:30. 10 o'clock, I think, is probably where we want to be the most cautious today. Consumer sentiment, inflation expectations. So, am I planning to do a meetup with my community? Maybe eventually, man. We'll see. Yeah, I'd like to do it eventually. Building permits, housing starts, 10 o'clock, consumer sentiment, inflation expectations. And then that's about it. Goolsby. FOMC member Goolsby. Goolsby better not mess this market up, man. Don't do it, Goolsby. So that's that. Did we have any important earnings today? I haven't even watched the earnings calendar this week. Nothing today. Yesterday, Alibaba. Last night, nothing. Applied Materials. What is that? AMAT? Yeah, no, not a lot. A little bit down. Paid for WAP. Guys, if you paid on WAP, it's all on WAP, man. I don't know what to explain. It's about as self-explanatory as it can possibly be. You go on WAP, you sign up, you go to Premium Access, and you connect your Discord account. Guys, if you can't figure it out, I can't. I'm more than happy to refund you, right? More than happy. I'll refund you your money. But you just go to the hub. I'll see if I can pull it up right now. Right here. You go to WAP. You go to your hub, right? Go to WAP. Go to Hub. There's no code. You go to WAP. You go to your code. You go to your Hub. And you go right here. Premium member. Join options inside our Discord. Connect account. Right there. Right there. And I am not going to be able to babysit people to join. So if you can't figure this out, shoot an email, shoot me a DM. I'll refund your money. All right, let's continue. Let's get started. So, yesterday, 19.4. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. 19.4. Amazing. It was amazing. We were talking about that 19.4 early morning. We were talking about how we need to be aware of that potential rejection, right? And what did we end up seeing, right? What did we end up seeing? We saw a little bit of a morning rejection, right? We saw a little bit of a morning rejection, a little bit of a failure, but didn't quite follow through. Eventually, squeezing above it, right? We're not chasing the breakout. We're letting that thing squeeze higher. We're waiting for that retest, right? We're waiting for that retest. 19.4, 19.4. Awesome, awesome, awesome. PHX, shoot me an email, man. The email is down below in the description. Shoot me an email, and I will cancel and refund your money. All right, 19.4, right there. 19.4, right there, right? Beautiful break and retest. We longed the Qs here yesterday, and what a trade that was. That was awesome. That was just textbook from the live stream. We were talking about 19.4, and once that 19.4 broke, that was it, right? Once we broke and held above 19.4, that was it. 19.4 with these previous highs right here that we talked very in detail about all yesterday morning, and we had a break and retest right above that level. Absolutely awesome. So, 19.4, right there, guys. 19.4. Very nice. Very nice. So, today, here's the problem, okay? Here is the problem. I am not interested in longs into this level. I am definitely not interested in longs into this level today. This might be where you want to start retiring the aggressive longs a little bit, right? This might be a time to retire some of those aggressive longs, right? This is definitely, without a doubt, a big spot here. Look at this 4-hour chart, right? Look at this, look at this, look at that, and look at this. This is no doubt a major spot. And this is exactly the level that caused this downside. It is right where we sort of ended yesterday. So I am not an aggressive long today into 19,750, into this 50 SMA. It is about as clear as day, right? Look at how perfectly clear that is on the 4-hour chart. So very, very important. Be careful. All right, we're going to go ahead and mute PHX. PHX, I will help you stop spamming the chat. Okay. 19,750. Guys, this is the last thing I'm going to bring up before we have to actually focus on the charts. Do not come to this live stream and ask about membership questions. That is not why we're here. Okay. Let's actually focus on the charts and focus what's important. Moving on. And in a second, we're going to go to members only chat. 19,750. 19,750. Very clear. All right. So do not aggressively long into 19,750 today. Don't do it. All right. I don't like it. 750 and also 650. Yeah, 650 as well. All right. 650 as well. 650 is that 50 SMA. 750 is the supply high. So this whole 100-point range up here just looks heavy. Right. And I don't like it. So be careful. I'm definitely not looking along into that level today. I would be very cautious of that. Now, on the pullback, this is where you need the market to hold. 19.4 again, right? Previous highs, previous highs. If you get one of these and one of these, this could be a sick long entry, right? It still can be right here. 19.4 could be an awesome long entry, right? So what a beautiful entry that would be if we could see a 19.4 hold, right? That's important. Can we see it? I'm not sure yet, right? I am not sure yet, but that is going to be the level that we need to hold today on this pullback. I sort of expect us to see it. I do sort of expect us to see this at 19.4, right? Come back down. It would be probably about a 50% retracement from that sort of data move. You can grab it from the lows maybe. Yeah, that's funny. Look at that. Fib boys. Where the fib boys at? So if you grab the fibs from the lows, right, to the highs, fib boys, 50% retracement is right at 19.4 today. So that could be something special, right? That could be something special. That is where I think you probably need that retracement back to today, guys, to be quite honest, okay? So big heavy supply up here, 750, 650, definitely a heavy spot. I would not be entering longs in this area, right? If the market's going straight up today and you're entering longs, you are entering longs into the exact smackdown point. So what could be awesome today on the short side, which you'd love to see, is sort of a morning squeeze and then that smackdown move, right? That would really be an awesome move, right? The move higher off the open, right? And a beautiful little pop and fader right around that maybe 50 SMA, around that 750. That could be a really nice trade today if we can see that. I don't know if we're going to. Or we're going to be looking for that morning downside into 19.4, okay? I do not like doing anything where the current market is, right? You're right sort of smack dab in the middle. So I think you need to wait for something here. I think you need to wait for something towards here, right? And I would avoid anything here in the middle, okay? Now, if you break under 19.4 today, right, and you don't see any hold there, that is slightly concerning, right? That is slightly concerning. I don't know if I like that, right? If you break under 19.4 and you fail back below this high, this might be where some more extended downside comes in, and maybe we have to come back down towards that 20 and 100 SMA, right around that 19,000, okay? So 19,400, that's your big spot today. That is a must-hold level in my opinion, and it's a very, very explainable sort of failure that's coming in right now in the pre-market. That is a very clear failure up at that 50 SMA, up at that 750. If you just zoom out on the 4-hour chart, it is extremely clear as to why this would be a heavy spot, right? Look at this right here. Very, very nice. 19,750, just a major 4-hour shelf, right? Look how clear that is. So, Tom, appreciate you joining and supporting the live stream. Thank you, man. QQQ, same exact thing, man. Exact same thing. Look at this read on the 4-hour chart. There is no difference here. So 4-hour chart on the Qs, you can see right here, right? These previous lows, previous low, previous high. Where did we reject, right, previously? Back like 2 weeks ago. Exact level, 476 on the dot. That's on the dot where we're rejecting right now. That is about as clean as it's ever going to get. Okay, look how clear this is. Hourly chart. Take a look at this thing, right? 476, 476. And of course, right, we're sort of aware of those things as we trade intraday yesterday. So like, for example, these are the things we have to be aware of, right? Yesterday around 3 o'clock, QQQ 476 seems to be a level of caution here, right? These are the kind of levels on the, when you got to make sure you're zooming out there on the intraday, like, okay, hold on, right? What are we moving up into? And so we sort of spotted that yesterday, that 476, and you can see that that's definitely causing some concern here. Now, so, it's very clear we're not going to long right into 476 today. That's about as clear as can possibly be. So that's very nice, right? It's very nice to wake up, walk into the market today, and know that you are not longing close to this level. Easy, right? No left side of the options chain today if we're sitting near this 476, right? That is a very clear reason not to long into. Now, on the pullback, 468, right? That's where you want to look to see if that next entry point comes in, 468 on the QQQ. That is also the exact beautiful level, absolutely beautiful level, and perfect hold that came in yesterday. I mean, look at that thing right there. 476, perfect hold, created the upside. That was sick. That was absolutely sick. So, 476 is your level. 476 and 19.4. Let's see if the Fib boys like this one. Grab it from the lows. Maybe grab it from here. Do the Fib boys like it? Fib boys is around 61.8 retracement. Yeah, it's around that 61.8 for the Fib boys on the QQQ. That 468 right there. Exactly 61.8. So that's really where I'd like a retracement to today, guys, right? That would be a really awesome retracement for the market. I think that's healthy. I think that's necessary. This is a very clear reason not to long today. Very clear. And really, I would like us back to 468 before testing any kind of longs today. All right? That's very clear. S&P 500 futures. Let's go ahead and zoom out. I'll show you exactly why we're rejecting where we are. It's a very clear level. Here's your hourly chart. Right around this 5590, 5600, we can see how clear those previous rejections were, right? Look at this. Bam, bam, bam. Okay? That's the exact spot we're getting heavy at again. So, we're not longing into 5600 on the ES. That's as clear as can be. Okay? That's very clear. Make the game plan. Don't long into 5600. What's the level we're looking for? Right here. 5525, 5525, 5525, 5525. Right? That's the level we're looking for. If we go into the 15-minute chart, actually, let's go into the 5. That is the exact level that held yesterday on the ES. 55.25. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so what are we watching for today? We're watching for this right here. What happens here? 55.25, maybe even down towards that 50 SMA, right? What could happen here that could be a little bit sketchy, a little bit sneaky, right? A little dancy is a possible maybe break under 25 and then a hold of the 50 SMA. That could get a little bit dancy today, okay? So be careful in here. This zone right here is something to be cautious of. Maybe you want to wait for a nice clear break under the 50 before shorting today, right? It could get a little bit dancy, a little bit of manipulation. That's manipulated, right? But it's not manipulation if you can anticipate it. So I would anticipate the zone below 55.25 to this 55.13, 50 SMA. I would assume that people get faked out in here to a certain direction, right? This is a danger zone. Because what could happen is you could get that drop under 25, right? You start to nail the shorts under 25. It holds the 50 SMA and then squeezes back higher. And then you get stopped out, right? And then you get that short squeeze move. So that is concerning. That is cautious. That is dangerous zone. This is where boys become men here, right? This is where that fake out area is. So be careful in here, right? Under that 55.25, be aware of that 50 SMA. It could cause some sort of, ugly, trappy action. I would probably want a very clear failure of the 50, maybe a very clear failure in here, right? A really clear, just sort of weak action under that 50 to really feel like this is going to continue, all right? Be careful in there. 55.25, though, is a very clear level that you'd like to see hold. If we get that retracement, that's where you'd like to see this hold, 55.25. If we go ahead and pull out the Fib boys, let's grab it from that low like we have been doing. Grab it to the high. Yeah, it's about a 50% Fib, right? It's right there, 55.25. They're all lining up. They're all lining up. I like that, right? That makes me confident when all these things are lining up. All right. SPY. So SPY is a little bit of a different story, but I will share with you guys sort of what I'm looking at here on the SPY. So the rejection point is very clear. You guys can see it in the title of this live stream, 554 SPY. That is as clear as can be, right? Previous rejections here. You see that 554 stepping in. So the first level I do want to watch today is 551. I do want to watch that, right? Because I want to be careful there. I don't know if I want to short into 551. And I'll show you in a second why. But 554 is that clear failure level. So that's our very clear supply. Be aware of that. I want to show you 551. And I want to show you why to be cautious on the short side into this level. It's right here. Okay? It's right here. So just be a little bit cautious in here, guys. This 551 level has a little bit of support that could hold up, right? I've seen it in the past. We've seen the 554 rejections come in, and then the 551 holds, right? So be careful of that 551 today. There could be something there, all right? You just got to be aware of it. There could be a little something at 551, so be cautious there, okay? That's right around here, 551. Now, if we get under 551, right? Pallavi Hansen, thank you. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate that. 551, okay? A little bit of dance there. Be careful of that potential 551, maybe a little bit of a bounce there. If you get under that, that's where I think you'll get your 548, right? That's where I think you'll get your 548, which is right here, right? 548, 548. That's where I think you'll get your 548. If you get under that 551, you'll probably retrace back to those channel highs that we've been watching around that 548, okay? 548 on the fibs, 50%, yeah? 50%, 61.8, right around there. Okay, very clear. So, first level to watch here on the SPY, 551 today, guys, but I think it is abundantly clear across everything, across the Nasdaq, across the ES, right? Across all these indices and market ETFs. I think it is abundantly clear that we need to be cautious of getting aggressive on the upside today into a very well-known supply. 5,600 ES, NASDAQ 19,750, 19,650, QQQ 476, and that SPY right at 554. There is every reason for the market to have some retracements here, to have a little cool down. Be aware of those upside supplies. That's the key. And if you're going to look to long today, look for the retracement moves, right? Let it move lower. Look for that retracement. Look to see where it starts to hold. Don't front run it, right, before it gets to that level. Make sure it gets back to those levels. I would really think that 19.4 is the right spot to wait for today. If you have any interest in the long, I want this at least to 19.4 before even being interested in any type of hold at that level. Okay. IWM, what an awesome 210 hold yesterday, man. We talked about this 210 pullback and hold yesterday. That's exactly what it did. Awesome. Congrats if you caught that. But IWM is up against some big levels as well, right here. Some big levels as well. 215, that 20 SMA, some big levels up there, okay? So be careful up there on IWM. That's probably going to be pretty heavy in here. Anywhere between that 215 and that 20 SMA is going to get heavy. You want to pull back right here, guys. 210. You want that 210 pullback, okay? If you get under 210, 208.50. Right here. 210, 208.50. If you get that pullback to 210, look to see if that holds. But 215, 20 SMA, absolutely a tough spot. Absolutely a tough spot. 210, awesome. Yeah, congrats, man. Marero. Udisi. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's continue. How we doing on the likes? 23 hundo, 700. Ouch. You want to see some Dow Jones today? All right, I'll give you some Dow. I'll give you some Mike Jones, Daniel Jones, Chris Jones. Where's Chris? Chris Jones. Wow, Dow's actually at a really clear level. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, that's a clear one. 40,740. 40,740. 40,740. Very clear on the Dow. Look at that thing. 40,740, 20,740, 40,740. Nice. I mean, retracements here would be nice. 40,000. That would really be the nice long. Okay. Indiana Jones. All right, let's get into Tesla. So, Tesla, what a squeeze yesterday. There's a very clear level to be watching here, and that is 210. 210 on Tesla would be very nice. Right here. Previous lows, previous highs. Can we get back to 210? What happens at 210? That is the key today on Tesla. Let's make sure we watch that. Let's see what happens at 210 on this name. If we do not hold 210, right, if we do not hold these previous highs here, then we're probably trading back down to that 206, and we're probably trading back down to that 203. Okay? I think 210 is a must-hold here to continue this sort of upside stair-stepping move on Tesla, right? If we want to continue these higher-low sort of formation, I think 210 is where you'd really like to see Tesla hold true. If it does not hold above these Wednesday highs, then I think you could get more downside, okay? You could get more downside, probably towards that 206. So if we do see a rejection under 210 today on Tesla, stay on the lookout for that 206 move. That could be very nice, right? This is just a straight-up move, right? This is straight up on Tesla. So there is a chance that this does give back. So if we see some very clear rejections under 210 today, that could be a really nice short entry towards that 206, right? That's, of course, we have to be careful of what the market's doing. But 210, 206, very clear. I would also, right, let's say this could be a perfect scenario today, right? These are those game plans you sort of build up in your head. Let's say the Nasdaq, right, is coming back down to around that 19,400, right? Let's say Nasdaq's down at that 19,400, right? And then let's say, oh, look at this. Tesla's at 210 right when the Nasdaq's at 19,400. If that Nasdaq starts to hold that 19,400 and Tesla's starting to hold that 210, right, that could be that really interesting long entry on Tesla today, right? Now, on the flip side, if the Nasdaq is failing under 19.4, right? Let's say we're under 19.4, we're failing it, right? 19.4. I'm just gonna write it like that, right? Really sloppy. Let's say we're under 19.4 and rejecting, and Tesla's under 210 and rejecting, right? You can line that up as well. So that's what you want to look for today, right? How's Tesla line up with that market? That 210 could be very interesting. Keep an eye on it. Nvidia, what an awesome trade, Nvidia, man. Congratulations, guys, from the 97s, from the 100s, who are talking about this in the live stream, talking about the long opportunity, talking about it on the daily chart, right? Saying how you liked it at 130. I want to pull back to 97. At 120, I want to pull back to 97. At 112, I want to pull back to 97. I'm not long until 97, right? People getting mad saying it's not going higher. It needs to go back to 97. Then it gets to 97. No one wants to long it, right? Then no one wants to long it when it's at 97, right? So that's the mindset. You got to make sure when you get that game plan, right? If you wanted that 97, you were spot on, right? You were spot on. Fantastic, right? Fantastic mindset, fantastic mentality. But then you got to take it, right? You got to take it. You got to if that was your game plan, you got to take it. So that was sick. Congrats to anyone that did grind this thing higher since that 97 demand. A little bit concerning here, right? I think it's probably time for Nvidia to cool off a little bit. Definitely a major supply up here, right? 125, big time level. 125, 125, 125. This is like the level on Nvidia, right? This is sort of like the level. 125, big time, right? Big time spot here. So I could totally understand why Nvidia's having some weakness here. Definitely understandable. I would probably expect Nvidia maybe to even pull back to that 116 again, right? We could sort of live in this channel right here, right? Between that 125 and 116. I think that's very possible. So you'd like to see, right? You'd like to see that 116 step up. I think you'd like to see that 116 step up. If we do get that drop, this is where you'd really like to see it step up to sort of maintain this upside trend. If we do break under 116 on Nvidia, that could get a little bit more concerning, right? That could be sort of that drop towards 112 again. So 116 is really that level. I really don't have any levels prior to that. You could watch like that 118.50 level from yesterday. It was pretty clear around that 118.50, right? You can have that little short-term level there. I think that is possible. You can see this little, if we go to the 5-minute chart, you can see like this 118.50 here, the 118, 118.50, 118.50, 118.50, right? That's sort of where that bounce came in yesterday. So I think you could see that, right? That 118.50, maybe that 116. Very nice drop, though. Very nice drop. Right off that supply high. Yeah, good. Good. Very nice. I know ATEC. Where's ATEC? ATEC. ATEC got some puts into close yesterday. Nice job, ATEC. Yeah, very nice. So nice pullback. Nasdaq 19.4. That's where I'm looking. ES 55.25. Yeah, that SPY 550. I don't think that 551 is very important. It's sort of like a preliminary level, sort of intermediary level. I think it's more 548. And then that Q's, you might have that 468 in you. So you could see some more here. Now this even sets up more, right? Those pop and fades, man. If we can get those pop and fades today, I think we can be confident on the short idea, right? I think we want to still see some pops, right? We don't want to just chase this short. So if you want to short today, you'd really like some weak upside, right? You'd like some of that weak upside to come in back towards those supplies, right? And then look to see if we can get that continuation. So really nice supply levels on the market, guys, and they're respecting very well right now. Nvidia, so that 118.50, that 116. Yeah, let's continue. AMD. I'd like to see AMD hold 145 today. If AMD does not hold 145, which it doesn't look like it's going to, then I think AMD can get weak again. So watch AMD under 145 today. If we do see this market continue to slide, watch that 145 level, okay? Now, if the market does hold those downside demands, then we could see AMD hold 145. So this is your big level in the sand right here, 145 on AMD. MU, what an awesome trade yesterday. Congratulations, guys, on MU. MU over that 102 level. We talked about this in the live stream. What a sick move. Wisdom, you think I want to look at it when you're obnoxious like that? Obnoxious. Palantir puts. Now we're going to wait till the end of the live stream to look at it. So now you got to sit here all live stream to wait for it. 102, 102, 102, right? What a beautiful hold above that 102 yesterday for that squeezer. And so right here is where it's going to start to get heavy, right? 111, bam, 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 bam. You're starting to see some heaviness up there. So I don't like it along, right, where we're currently sitting. I would like to see this back to 102, right? Possibly back to that 102. That would be nice. If we can get back there, that would be something to watch. But yeah, we'll see. Am I still in Nvidia? Yes, absolutely, man. Guys, I'm in down towards here, okay? I'm not scared about this on Nvidia. I'll take a look at it today. Maybe give back 10, 20% on some September contracts. But this little downside here is not, oh my God, I'm not panicking, okay? Let's see what happens there. Then we'll have to adjust intraday. Let's see what, if we break under 19.4 today, I think that's where I'll start to, consider whether I want to hold any more longs, right? If we get under that 19.4, I'll then consider my swing trades and whether I want to dip out on them, or if I want to, if we see this hold, right, then I don't want to dip, right? This could be, we just talked about that, this could be a very nice retracement, right? This is a nice supply rejection and a very good fade if you're trading the futures, pre-market. What an awesome trade. But we still need to be careful here, right? If we get under 19.4, that's where it gets more concerning to me. So let's wait and see what happens there. So that's Nvidia, that's AMD, that's MU. Let's go to TSM real quick. TSM pretty heavy up here around that 177. I would watch right here today, guys. 172 and that 50 SMA area. Keep an eye on that 172 on TSM. SMCI. SMCI 630 is a really big spot here. So let's watch this 630 right here. Right there. 630. 630. Look at how clear this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Major rejections at 630. And then look at that. 630, right? So if SMCI fails under 630 today, I think you will get your retracement to 600, right? I think you'll get your retracement down here to 600, which could be a really nice, pullback long, right? That could be great. So watch that 600 on SMCI, right? 630. If you're under 630, which you are right now, look for that rejection, possibly back to that 600. But I would be careful on the short side in the 600, right? Because this is definitely some previous holds, right? So be careful at 600 if you are short, okay? Broadcom, yeah, I wanted to see it hold 165 today. If it does not hold 165 today, then I'm leaving it alone. I was considering looking for a long on Broadcom today if it holds over 165, but you are not seeing that right now, right? 165, 165. I'd like to see it hold above that today. Right now, it is not. So we'll have to see if it wicks back above it or not. That's something I will watch. But you can see, look how clear those previous highs are on Broadcom. And look at this 4 hour. This is a really clean chart. Broadcom is an awesome chart. And what a dip buy this was, man. What an absolutely awesome dip buy. Shout out Piff on Broadcom. Just sick. So this is about as clear as a level as ever going to get on a 4 hour chart, right? Look at how perfectly clean that 165 is. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Look at all the perfectly clear reactions to that 165 level, right? See how clean that is? So today is all about what happens at 165. Do we hold above it, right? Do we hold above it? And do we find another long above it, right? Does Broadcom do a little, reclaim above, hold above? Does the market hold 19.4 and do we get another long here? Or does the market stay weak? Does Broadcom look like rejections at 165? And do we look for that fade on it, right? So either way, this is a very interesting spot for Broadcom today. I would be watching that very closely. Microsoft. Let's get this pullback to 417. This is where I'd like it to pull back to. I think this is the proper pullback level for a potential hold, right? 417 right here. Look at this. 417, bam, 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 bam. What happens there today, right? What happens there today? So 417, that's your level. Right at the 20 SMA, does it hold it? If we break under 417, we're going lower to 410. Let's go to Google because Google's been shit, man. Google has been shit. Google, if you're going to fade this market, Google might be the right one to be trading, guys, because Google is dead. I mean, Google has not moved up an inch with this market, which is very concerning, right? Look at this thing. So, Google, ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. I'm not going to look to trade it because I just don't like trading things that have no correlation to the market. But if you want to maybe look to trade underperformance, this might be the name to watch, guys. Okay? Just be a little bit careful down at this demand at 158. But if you can get a pop on Google, maybe back into that 166.50, that could be a sick fade, right? Keep an eye on that. Amazon. So the gap fill is, the full gap fill is 181.87. That's right here. That's this low right here. That's the full gap fill, 181.87. Not sure you're going to get it fully, right? Of course, if the market's weak today, you might not get there. But the level that you'd like to see try to hold was 177. That is not holding. So we could see a little bit more downside here, right? 177, 177, you failed it, okay? So if you're under 177, you are probably going to trade back down to that 174. But we took our profits on this move. Congratulations, guys. And, always locking up profits. Always, 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 right? So yesterday was just a day of locking up. That was our reward day, right? We got our treat. Our treat was yesterday, and we were locking that thing up. So what an awesome gap fill trade. However, I would still consider this for pullback longs, right? This is straight up, guys. So downside from here, you got to still think about it as a retracement, okay? You can't, I still don't think you can jump into this and say, that's it, right? New lows, okay? I still think you have to have some thoughts of retracements here until probably this 174 level fails, right? This was straight up, okay? This was straight up. So you still have the potential for retracement longs here. There's no doubt, okay? You still have the potential of retracement longs, and that might still be the right opportunity. So you need to stay open to that idea here. You cannot forget that. I still think you need that mentality on both sides here. So 174 is really that level. That's probably where I would be looking for that, retracement long here. That could be very nice. That would be a 50% retracement, right? That would be a nice 50% retracement. So let's keep an eye on that. Now, I will say this is probably now a rejection point, so you probably want to be careful there, right? I would probably be careful there at that 177. That looks like a little bit of a tough spot now, so you could see a little bounce and fade, right? Be careful of that bounce and fade at 177 today. Watch out shorting into 174. Let's go to Meta. Meta, awesome hold to 527 yesterday. This was awesome. I remember talking in the group about this one, man. This was trade of the day. If you guys were part of the live stream, we talked about looking for that 527 hold on Meta. That was sort of like the morning watch. Look for that pop that drop and then hold at 527. And I mean, that was trade of the day, no doubt, right? Why do I think that's trade of the day? Because it actually gave you an opportunity to enter, right? It wasn't just straight up. It gave you that drop, it gave you that lock, and it gave you that pop, right? It gave you that pullback entry right into that demand level, and look at how that thing just defended itself. That was a sick play yesterday on Meta. So today, let's look for the same thing, right? Let's look for the same thing. Let's look to see what happens here at 527, right? If Meta comes back to 527, does it hold again? If Meta comes back to 527 and rejects, this could be a pretty interesting fade, right? This 540 level is definitely heavy. And this is all-time highs pretty much, guys. This is pretty much all-time highs on Meta. 540, all-time highs, 545, right? So, careful of that 540, definitely. Careful of that 545, definitely. Just be aware of this right here, this 527, okay? Yeah, Shopify was sick. The Nasdaq. Yeah, we're close. We're close. Almost there. Almost there. Let's see. I think we might need to get all the way down. Shopify was a badass move. Right over that 70. Thanks, Margin. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll have Margin. Maybe we'll have Margin read the chat and then let me know what people are requesting or something like that. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that because that's going to open up the gates to people just spamming tickers, and I don't want it. So, ask once, ask nicely. Maybe we'll look at it. We got our schedule here, guys. We got a set schedule every day. Same stock, same stuff. Maybe some ancillary names at the end. Shopify, what a 670 hold, man. That was awesome off that 200 SMA. What a continuation yesterday. This daily chart it's just a gap fill, right? I mean, I should have been more over this. I really do regret not being a little bit more aggressive on this thing because look at this gap right here, right? This is a huge gap. So that gap ends 75.30 is where that gap ends. 75.30 is where that gap ends on Shopify. So that could be where we see a little bit of failure today. Okay, yeah. So 75.30, you're getting a little bit heavy up here. So, yeah, I'm not going to chase this thing, but that was sweet. I would look for a pullback to 70. Pullback to 70. Palantir, it's still above 30, but, I mean, Palantir, guys, is just not, it's not that stock that's going to go from 30 to 40 in, one day, right? It's just, that's a huge move. So, if you like Palantir, maybe it moves up $1.50 on a day, right? It's a slower mover, right? Remember, $1 is big, right? $1 is a 3% move. Okay, that's a big move on Palantir. So, you got to just stay confident over 30. You got to stay confident over 30. That's it, right? If it's over 30, it's good. If it's over 30, it's good. So that's really all there, man. It's just it's a long-term name, and yeah. You got to hold it's a 30, right? If it's over 30, I still think it's healthy, so I would watch it. Coinbase is just stuck, guys. I don't know why we even need to ask about Coinbase, right? It's the exact same channel we've been in for 2 weeks now. 201, 188. Nothing has changed. Satellite stock is up from 20. Really? What is that? ASTS? Holy crap. Is that earnings? Yeah, that ASTS stock, man. I've been thinking about it, but now it feels really gone, huh? Wow. Damn. this could be something interesting out there, you know? I mean, GG to whoever bought this at $2, man. That is sick. I want to know the guy that owns this thing at $197. I want to know who it is. Because that is something right there. Sick. Apple. Let me zoom out. Yeah, it could be a little dark horse name, man. It could be a pretty legit company, right? Maybe read into it a little bit. I might need to read into a little bit more myself. 228, right? 228. That's on Apple. Be careful up into that 228. Yeah, it is definitely getting taken over by the Wall Street bets boys, but I think they actually are doing some legitimate things. I sort of like the idea of what they're doing, but I don't know. I got to read more into it. I don't know enough. You got the ASTS at 2150? Damn, Chef. Chef just takes action, man. That's what I love about him. Chef just throws it out there. He's a slinger. Shooters got to shoot, man. I love the mentality, Chef. Shooters got to shoot. And you shot. So congrats. All right. That's it. 19.4. 19.4. That's the level. Keep an eye on it today. That's the big inflection point today. QQQ might have a little bit more to 468. SPY, we're under that 551. If we reject 551, I think you could see your 548. And on the ES, 55.25. 55.25. Okay. Yeah, we can go over Netflix. Netflix 650. 4-hour chart. Look at this thing. Next big supply on Netflix is 670. 670. Very nice. 670, be careful there. I would like a pullback here to 655. 655. That's what I would watch. All right, guys. Very clear levels today. Watch them. Trade them. Be cautious. Be aware of those upside supplies. I would say take it easy on the longs, right? Take it easy on the longs, okay? Definitely some upside supplies to be cautious of after a pretty big move on the market this week. I think it's a good time I probably would keep the long exposure over the weekend pretty light, right? The long exposure over the weekend, that's something I would want to keep pretty light. Nothing that's huge, right? After hitting into that big supply that we hit today, I think you take it easy a little bit on that long side. There was plenty of opportunity on the upside this entire week, and I think it's time to just take it a little chill up into those supplies, right? Very careful up into those supplies. I think you sort of reset, right? Reset, and then we'll take a look at all this next week again. So be good, be smart, have a fantastic weekend, and I appreciate all the support. Be on the lookout for that day in the life. That's next week, though. I don't think I'm going to post that today. So next week, day in the life. Year-to-date P&L. I'll see you guys then. Peace.